Alright. I don't know if we're I think we're live. I think it's working. I hope it's working. It better be working. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. According to this, I'm still not live. Alright. Alright. I think it's live. I hope it's live. It better be. I'm going to cry at this rate. The gremlins have returned in full force. I just noticed the game no longer has sound. Just watch. I'm gonna tab over and the game's gonna crash and it's gonna say no game for you at all whatsoever. Hi Xana. I am live? Okay, I am live. Xana's here. Captain is here. Naya is here. Alright. As soon as Panda and hopefully Maria is here, we can get started. Um I alright, so I kept crashing. Just completely. White screens, black screens, just a complete shutdown. It's very, very strange. Very strange. No, it's you are a permanent fixture and it's lovely and it makes me very, very happy. Actually, Nye, if you don't mind doing the job I don't pay you for. Oh, Xana, you didn't have to do that. You did not have to stop your stream to come here. I've been keeping these up for the most part. Though I did take down the one from yesterday because it was just a wreck. I'm gonna make a really nice syndicated video with like cohesive information and making it all fancy. And for those of you who did not see it, I was talking about the witness from Destiny 2, and we got sidetracked so much that it just did not become a proper lecture video. And it's just like, I want to do it justice. Hello, Magic! I'm always happy to have you. How wonderful. Oh, this is great. Well, I always appreciate you guys stopping by. But yes, oh, Nai, would you please poke Panda and Maria for me? I'm afraid to touch anything right now. I'm terrified because every time I have touched anything on the machine, it has there's something going on. I don't know if it's something in the operations of We Happy Few. Oh, Maria is here? Hello, Maria. I no longer have a list of individuals who are here anymore unless they speak. At least that I can see. Um so I have no idea. So I don't actually know who is here unless we should start doing a roll call. I don't know how amused everyone would be with that particular activity. Though I do look very much like a teacher. This is kind of my spin on the suit of the one of the main characters from the game that I will be putzing around with. Meow, woof. And I know Panda goes, "Rawr." Also don't have Bean on my friends list, so I can. I poked Bean earlier, but if someone else could let him know again, I would deeply appreciate it. It feels very strange to not have music in the background. I swear, the game had music. Oh no, if I tab over, will it go bananas? You know what? I'm going to very carefully turn this on. Actually, before I turn this on, Nai goes, why? Yes, you do. Poor Nai. Poor Nai. So I'm going to preface this a little bit. First, I'm going to ask you guys if you'd like me to start from the very beginning of the game or just pick up from my personal save file and we just putz around in the world. Those are the two selections. However, just like the warning says, this game is extremely disturbing. But not in the normal sense. It's more in what is implied. And what it adds up to is more what makes it disturbing. And then you want me to play from my personal file? Okay. And I will explain bits and pieces of the story. Um, and then obviously violence. So this is kind of Fallout meets Don't Starve meets BioShock. So obviously something I'm going to play. Because there's beauty in the Fallout, there's beauty in ruined things, and there's something about it. But mostly what is disturbing about this particular game is the operation of society, which of course I'm going to be all over that as well. I'm trying to think of how to even start the explanation for this game. So, it's World War II without World War II. And, an entire city gave up their kids, everybody under the age of 13, in ransom to end the war. And the trauma, the collective trauma that had on the entire community. And how everyone just slowly spiraled emotionally out of guilt. Now, the kids were not harmed, they were just taken away. And this also has a little bit of Chernobyl kind of thrown into this as well. It's a whole ordeal. But no one actually knows what happens to them. Now, it's implied that they all went on to live their lives, but the people left behind were very much not okay. And over time, just collective misery and poor mental health ensued. Hello, Panda! Oh goodness, gang's all here. So over time, poor mental health obviously ensued because people just gave up their children in ransom just to simply make the war stop. And it was, yes, actually, this is a tough subject, but it's an important one, and this game illustrates it very beautifully. And there's even writing on the wall that says, "Why did we give them up so easily? Why didn't we fight back?" And there are even some people who did, and would sneak their children out and things like that. So there were tenacious people. And what was even worse is some would, for some reason, rat out other people that were trying to save their children, and the guilt that was associated with that out of just pure fear. So eventually, a drug was invented called joy. Not unlike the joy from Doctor Who. It's actually very similar. Um, However, it was highly, highly addictive, and to the point to where it changes the way you see the world entirely. Where the world is actually, well, I shouldn't say the world, but where their town is completely crumbled, left in this post-apocalyptic, deranged place, those on Joy see it as this beautiful, pristine place of order. But that's not what it is. It's actually a place filled with misery and people suffering from their own transgressions. Makes it interesting. So, alright, so in that case, we will start from the very beginning so that you guys get to see a little bit more context. If you guys want, we can switch to my personal file afterwards, after you guys kind of get the idea of how the game operates. However, most of the context is at the very beginning of the game. I will reiterate this warning again. This hits hard, and if anyone is not in the best of places right now, oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Feel the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Can't say I don't know how to sing. Would you like me to, Kazuma? We shall start with the secret ending in that case. So, again, if anyone is not in a very good place right now, or do not want to see violence or disturbing images, you guys can absolutely pass this one up. I will not take it personally. However, I've already explained all the important bits of it, is dealing with guilt, and that sometimes turning to something questionable is not always the way to solve a problem, and that it's also okay to feel guilt, and it's also okay to walk away from what people say is a solution when you, in your heart and your gut, know that that is not the solution, that you have to face the, what you've done, and that it's okay to move on. That's the whole point of the game. That literally is it. Like, I literally just spoiled the game. The lesson is, it's okay to move on. Which I think is wonderful. That's the point. Now, how we go about that journey, well, that's a whole other ballgame. But first, we're gonna see if it crashed. crashed. I did this wonderful, wonderful introduction and it crashed. But yes, I will do the secret ending. I have to do something called Cortex? Razor Cortex? That's what I'm supposed to use? Yeah, it completely crashed again. While I was talking, I knew. I felt it. Oh good, it's letting me reload it. There we are. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, I'm perfectly good. But look at this, isn't it beautiful? And everything is done in this amazing 60s style. Look at that. I appreciate a good logo, especially an animated logo like this. So we are going to... Since we're just doing a story, we'll do it. It's easy. And also, what's really cool is this game does something I always wanted. There is actually just a pure exploration mode where you don't have to really worry about much of anything. You can just sort of wander about. It's pretty cool. Arthur. I'm in Arthur's suit, by the way.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God. I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
So, like with many things, you can either choose to remember and learn to cope and move forward, or in some cases, you can take a route that may not necessarily be right, but will make you feel better in the moment. Now, this is not the case with actual medications that really do help you. This is a insignia for medications that people should not be dabbling in. So, in the secret ending, the best way to cope is to not.
Right. Happiness is a choice.
Like I said, they have rose-colored glasses.
Snug as a bug on a drug.
And there we are. Now, if that's not the creepiest thing I've ever seen, and an amazing analogy, I don't know what is. What do you guys think? I know, isn't that something? Wasn't that kind of magical? Snug as a bug on a drug. I thought that was very interesting. That's what a speedrun. Yes. Well, Kazu had told me about this secret inning. He's like, just do what they tell you to do. And I said, well, that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not going to just take something and just make it magically go away. That's, health is a journey, over time. You learn, a combination of skills to help you cope and heal, along with medication taken properly. You don't just make it go away with something that's bordering on illegal. Like, what? And he's like, just do it. Just wait and see. There's a whole thing. So I did it, and I was flabbergasted. And he told me to do it here for you guys too. Wasn't that incredible? I loved it. And that's just a tiny taste. But what I thought was amazing is when the drug started to fade out of his system, how gray and drab and dirty everything looked. And as soon as he took it, it just sparked back to life with these bright colors and clean and pretty things. It's just incredible. This gets better, guys. One last warning. If no one is in a good place right now, don't hang around, and especially if you have issues with grossities and gore, anything like that, because it's a little more extreme than Fallout. Not by a ton. Oh, did I have to disable something. I need to make sure, because I have it disabled for my own. You can disable some of the icky things, and I had it disabled for my own personal comfort. But I'll double check for you guys too.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God. I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
You're in for a treat.
Percy! Percy!
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Ah, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
How creepy is that?
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
What are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other. That's what we'll do.
A happy society is built on a happy past. expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Right.
Oh, isn't this pretty? I like the clock. I think this mod style is quite beautiful. So while I have the opportunity, I'm going to double check on something. Okay, good. Okay. Beauty is truth. So basically, what...
Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody.
Oh, yes, I agree with him. Yes, Felis said, let the people know. Yes, he's supposed to be redacting things that... basically sterilizing the past. These are old newspapers, and they're supposed to be censoring things that they don't want people knowing from, you know, years prior. And that was a photo of he and his brother. This is a very cute side story. This is fun.
Clive Birthwhistle. You're off at the party, aren't you?
Oh, look, Miss Blythe has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birthwhistle, it's so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I'm always grateful for suggestions from junior staff how best to do my job as director. However, I am afraid that it would be destabilizing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. That's the character we're playing as. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop another joy, and you'll feel the sunshine on your face, whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bling, Director. Take that, Clive, you little... So, yes. We'll have Arthur's thoughts on notes and things like that. So, obviously, this person is a piece of work, you know. No unauthorized person past this point, and he's something. Thought there was something. Aha, here it is. And here's a letter in what I am almost certain is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bling, one of your employees is a submersive and may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks the job redacting old articles is silly, and what's so scary about the truth? He's very tall and slim and has black hair with brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I am a naturally shy woman, and there it leaves off. A shy woman? Are you, Clive? Or just a naturally nasty manipulative schemer?
That little shit. He wants my view.
Taking your power cell. And it's a very nice view. Let's see here. So, this is Prudence office, and as you heard, Prue has been gone for a while.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
Welcome back. And back, crew. And this is what happens when you're not under the effects of joy. Yeah, it's something. Now before, I went through and did all of her canisters, but I'm not going to do that this time. I noticed it didn't make any difference. Let's see here. Went the wrong way. See, there's a mist everywhere. I noticed that last time. I feel like there is,
No, leave me alone. I took my joy. I took my joy. No, no, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
That wasn't there last time I played, guys. Or maybe I was just messing around the hallway too much. That was... Oh dear. Well, now we know what happens when you get caught not taking your joy. I did not know originally. I just know you got caught and sometimes kicked out of the city. But I didn't know it was anything like that. Oh my goodness.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Yes, I was messing around a lot when I played last time. I probably just simply missed it last time. Oh, no. Yeah, they are a little bit behind. I don't have any lockpicks. Oh, there's some. Check it out.
Some of you aren't even eating your potatoes. Imagine that. Well, bread does not contain vitamin C. And if you're eating millet bread or boss cakes, while they taste perfectly acceptable, they're not good sources of the C. And I'm sad to say, though, after getting quite a taste for it, victory meat does not contain any vitamin C at all. Canned and preserved meats are generally very poor sources of vitamin C. Now, if you were on Captain Cook's ship discovering Australia, New Zealand, and Hawaii, you just have a bit of grog and, well...
No, that's not propaganda at all.
But you probably haven't seen a lime or an orange or a lemon in a few years, and, well, neither have I. Not to worry. Those fresh meats contain vitamin C, too.
Are any of these alive?
They make their own vitamin C.
No, these are lit up. And we're here for the party.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Go on, give it a big old whack!
You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Probably a bad time to ask for that raise.
Got a downer here, haven't we? Put that down! I'll fix you! smell gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget him, there's no time.
And yeah, that's why I had the warning up. Really good elevator music. Maria, that's not bonk worthy. He's absolutely right. I spent a lot of time just messing around in the game. Once you enter the open world area, it's very easy to just putz around.
Christ, how far did those bastards chase me? There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
Yes, this is one of those games where you have to search for everything because and this is where I got the suit designed from. It does a bong take a drink. You can craft anywhere at any time, and every single thing you find is craftable, which is pretty cool. And there is lore and story related stuff absolutely everywhere.
Smiling and laughing, of course. At breakfast, lunch and dinner. And work. But at 3, I hope you'll all take a quick break for our daily recreational activity. Today we will all gather around the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Well, I won't be gathering around the telly. I'll be in the telly. Just like every day, I'll be playing it with you. And then there'll be cake and prizes for all winners, and everyone's a winner, and everyone will be there. So don't miss it, or you're a rotten egg.
Don't be a rotten egg.
But seriously, unless you have an awfully good reason, such as 2 broken legs, you'll be a sport at 3 o'clock, won't you? We love your company. And now, the hot new song from our favorite band. See you soon.
Hey. Let's see here. To Mr. Rupert Uphill, Station 4, Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert. You quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyways, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All of the juniors are off at Sargill. Subsidents have been severing all sorts of connections, and the Mortaline must flow. Mortaline? I don't know what that is. I really appreciate your sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? I'm assuming this is... Well, they mentioned gas, so I wonder if it's, like, heating gas. I really appreciate some... But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you will manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy. We'll try crafting. Looks like we can make bandage and we can make lockpicks. This is pretty cool.
There we go. 3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
Diary of Prudence Holmes. Was this a mistake? And remember, Prudence is the person that ran away not long ago. Was this a mistake? It seemed so clever to disappear first rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. Remind us of someone? Oh, hi, Bean. And do you like my glasses? They're like the characters. Aw, thank you guys. I'm glad you guys like the glasses. Maybe I'll make some to use all the time, or at least now and then. Let's see here. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I have put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his instructions? In the abandoned house. Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. and how to deal with all these restrils. My goodness, they look like something out of Dante, which you'll see. We chase someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we chased them out when the joy made them sick. We didn't know it was here to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what we wanted to believe. We were all complicit. We know without knowing, and I don't want to remember. So we don't. My goodness, I can't wait to get to the mainland. Oh, thank you, Kazu! I really like this outfit too, and I just felt like, I should, lean in. I like it when I match the aesthetics to the games and things that I'm talking about. I think it's fun. I have the time, I have the skill, so I might as well do it.
Prudence really did run off. And she ran this way. I wonder if I'll see her again.
Absolutely everything has a use, which is kind of scary. Oh, you can even find teacups. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Bean.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick. What happened to him? Or rather, who?
Here's our first memory, guys.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But have they hurt the city?
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
And just like I mentioned. Luma! Oh, so bad. Alright, Maria, now you can bomb. Diary of Theodore Miller. Oh, this is really cool. You can store anything in a pneumatic stash, and you can pull things out of it. And you can just... it'll just automatically let you use items. I thought this was a... I guess that's not crafting. I wonder what that's for.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet. The hatch looks shut. I'm gonna need a way to unlock it. There must be a switch in one of these rooms.
Guys! The majority of ships react to sleep types. Pirates being pirates. I even knew it was coming and it still scared me.
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Pirates being pirates. It's a decent jump scare too. I knew it was coming. I still squeaked. Oh my goodness. I don't have any more lockpicks? So this is Arthur and his... That wasn't a jump scare? Well, I jumped and I got scared, so that constitutes a jump scare, right? Well, startled. It was, Was it... Kazu. I don't want rotten carrots. Oh, bunch of stuff. But look at this. Yes, the first time I saw it, I yelled very loud. Everybody could hear me. Absolutely, everyone was able to hear me. I was not proud, but it really startled me. Go boo. Yes. This isn't a waste of a lockpick. Excellent. Good night, sweet prince. This is how we do the fast travel, by the way. Are the hatches to the train. The train, not the train underground, but the pipe system underground.
The bridge. I've got to get to the bridge. In the parade district, which I just got chased out of. Brilliant. Ah, the train station. If I can get to the train station, I can just follow the old rail tunnel all the way to the bridge. Be nice if there was a map, wouldn't it? I suppose back in those days we could remember where things were.
I think the Garden District's actually quite beautiful. So I'm going to show you guys...
I am coming for you, Percy. I haven't got it all figured out, but I will find you.
He just wants to save his brother. So I am going to show you guys one more thing before we skedaddle. And that is a little more context about what's going on. And you learn a lot. Okie dokie. Take care, Panda. I'll see you later. I'm just going to show everyone this first little area that explains the story a bit. And if you guys like, we can play more on Wednesday. Also, isn't this area just beautiful?
A Rose of Gilead. Percy told me about these. They're good for wounds and things.
Take care,
Berries.
Panda.
They grow all over the Garden District, don't they? I guess I can eat these till I run across a pub. Maybe I can make some sort of ointment to put on my wounds. Otherwise I'll never feel better.
But there's this little, when you first approach, obviously, there's this little Alice in Wonderland kind of thing set up. You know, as if children were playing. But like I said, this is a society without children. I feel bad taking all this, but it is all used for crafting. It says rotting meat, but it looks like old pizza. think this looks pretty with the plant growing out of the teapot. I should do that. That would look really pretty. So I'm going to tell everybody that there's nothing particularly creepy in the house, but it is unsettling and it's very sad. And this is where you gain context. When will they stop crying? So on the train there was obviously a lot of children crying.
A crib. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. When was the last time there was a baby in Wellington, Wales? Like they couldn't remember their faces. Or they couldn't stand remembering them. I wonder if they meant the kids on the train. What's on those beds? Oh, God. I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here. What's on those beds? Oh, God. I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here.
Everything is quite alright. Nighty-night. Sleepy tight. Everything's tucked out of sight. My fair lady. Isn't it? It is very interesting. And this is from the nanny. I'm sorry to report the girl's spoon wouldn't eat her porridge. I sent her to bed without supper.
Maybe I should make some bandages, just in case.
Well, that's the first, and that's the house that gives you the, pretty much everything you need to know.
A water pump. Nice. There's a few more in the garden district, aren't there? I ought to fill up a canteen or two, shouldn't I?
Well, like it says, eating and drinking isn't necessary, but it will give you bonuses. I can search this person for one. At least I thought I could.
Needs must when the devil drives. This ought to be pretty clean, unlike in the village where they spike it with joy.
Good. Can you imagine? Well, yes. I think we'll wander around a little bit first. Oh dear. Maybe not this way. And we're not going in there. No. We're not going into the other abandoned town. Just trust me, guys. Oh, yeah. Night blooms at night. Well, they glow and they look all pretty. I think this is actually weirdly special, how they have it decorated for kids. They have it in their memories. And like I said, they harbor guilt, and it's in their hearts still. A combination of wanting to protect them and just wanting everything, wanting all the war and the suffering to end. There is something... Is it around here? Or was it out farther? I think it was out this way. No, maybe it is this way. Yeah, we have things like this to contest with. Where we came from. I don't have everything memorized yet. Is this the way? No, there is a area that teaches you how to dig and search, and I'm trying to find that. Is it up there? I can't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. I knew it was right around here. No, it definitely goes into... It's not sugarcoating it at all. It's definitely leaving out the portions that could not be handled with respect easily, we'll say. But there's obviously, it implies how awful everything is. They definitely knew what they should not be making any form of light of. So no, it's not really it's not sterilized, it's just, they just straight up don't touch it, and it's its own story. It's its own thing, it's just completely sidestepped. So no, it's not really histories written by the victor. It's more this is inspired by historical events. In a sense, in this world, they kind of lost in a way, but not in a way that would have been as... I'm choosing my words very carefully here for a reason. Because this is not a topic that I feel I should be talking about, necessarily. Not to say I'm not educated, but it is not my story to tell. And I feel it's something that is owed all the respect in the world. But I think that's exactly what the game is trying to showcase, that there are things that are just awful, and there's very little that bystanders can do at the end of the day. And it's not a good feeling, and in the end it just leaves people feeling very helpless. And then those who are left to endure it end up with very little support. And I think that's a portion of what they're trying to say. That in the end, nobody wins. Anyways, that's the best way I can say it. That's, I think that's, oh, it was a dig spot, that's right. So hopefully you guys think I said it well, because I certainly want to. I want to say those types of things as respectfully and as cohesively as I can. Thank you, Nai. Thank you for taking me in goodwill, since it is definitely meant in goodwill. And that is actually part of why I think these types of media are important. That even if it is dancing around history, I feel the very basic information is still very important, and that building that specific type of empathy is necessary. It's absolutely necessary. That if nothing else, understanding is a huge part of the human experience. No, I'm not being melodramatic at all. And that's part of why I like these. It really is. It's why I love Fallout. I really do hope that was a good enough explanation. I really do. And I hope everybody continues to learn about those types of things. About history and about how to help with those who are suffering. Yeah, it is a really good game. It's so cool. I'm sorry guys, I've just been kind of wandering around collecting supplies and talking fancy, I guess. This is a game that's very easy to do that with. These I can't really need to wait because I'll actually need a nice suit later, so I've been trying to save up my cloth scraps a bit.
It works. I feel loads better. Percy was never wrong about a thing like that.
I love the affectionate way that he talks about his brother. But doesn't this game have just incredible atmosphere?
Suit.
Thank you. My uncle bought it for me last Christmas.
Anxious to get back home to the village?
Well, I live in the parade.
You won't get past that door. Not without one of them disposable electrical cars that all the bobbies have. And a power cell.
Know where I could mug a bobby?
You're a brave one, aren't you? No. I'll trade you one.
Don't you want to go back home?
Home to all those bastards who chased me out of my house. When they all catch the plague and die, then I'll go back. There's something I want a whole lot more. Those bastards in that camp over there, with the helmets and the proper weapons. They took something from me. You get them back from me, I'll give you my card.
Sounds quite dangerous, isn't it?
Of course it's bloody dangerous. That's why I'm paying you. Come and find me in that sort of
It's
hamlet
facing the
over
wrong
there.
way.
We'll trade.
All right. Well, what are they?
Me medals. From the war. I won the DSO at Dunkirk and the Victoria Cross at Ramsgate. Those bastards. They thought it was funny that I still had them. Fucking funny they thought it was. No, I only need a power cell to fire this thing up. Hooligans stole most of those too.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do. Well, off I go to a camp of robbers. Maybe I can defeat them with my rapier-sharp wit. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
I just want one. Did I buy it? Did I buy it already? A Stitch in Time state saves 9. I love that. There we go. It's because I was holding it.
Thanks.
Guess I'm playing regret it so much. Yeah. Fun fact, I am yet to die in the game. I don't know how big of a brag that is. Well, guys, I think that is it for now. Hopefully everybody enjoyed seeing such an interesting game. And, I guess accidentally got a small philosophy lesson in empathy and history and how those things relate to one another, and all this through a game. Part of why I love games. I've mentioned it before. Well, if you guys would like to see more of this on Wednesday, I'd be more than happy to. We can make this a thing. I would be elated to do that. At some point, we'll actually switch to the perspective of another character. And, yeah. Well, still, thank you guys for joining me with this. I feel bad that I've kind of broke everyone. Well, excellent. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. So we can play some more on Wednesday. As far as the head boy camp is, we can go through the whole thing if you like. Yeah. And I can continue to pre-play a bit on my personal file so that I can go through things fairly smoothly and get the move on. Because originally it took me over an hour to get this far in the game, because I was just kind of puttering around a lot, and I ended up playing for about 6 hours before. It's very easy to lose time in the game. I mean, look at it. And then there's all this history and emotion buried in it. Alright, everybody. Alright, everyone. Do take care. And I will see you all soon.